It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And tonight it'll be...
We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Last game for the Pelicans, they picked up a W against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. Jordan is out there with Turner. Then there's Harris. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Wall. Here's Griffin. He kicks it to Lamb. No good on the triple. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Seattle. Takes the 13-footer. Another shot. Wall with some nice defense. Warren against Beasley. Shoots a fader. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Chris, looking at the year so far, teams that made big changes in the offseason starting to develop now some chemistry.
Well, it takes some time, especially if the acquisitions are on the younger side. And this is where great coaching can make all the difference. This is where a great basketball culture in the locker room can make all the difference. It's all about, we say chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. What does that mean? It means trust. It takes time to build trust. It takes time to understand your players and what they like, where to get them the ball, what makes them better. And once you get to that point, it's a liberating feeling because now you feel like, okay, guys, we've gotten through the murky waters. Now we can have some fun. We know who we are. We have an identity. Let's go out and be us.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Harris kicks to Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Beasley. That one doesn't drop. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. In the corner, it's Griffin. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
The time, the execution. I mean, that's outstanding initiative from Griffin on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's LeBron. It's deflected.
Oh, watch out. Watch out.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. And Wall kicks to Lamb. Griffin inside. Turner covering. They get it back. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And the timing Griffin has on the glass, he seems to know exactly when to leap up for rebounds.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, Seattle's head coach and I did get the chance to chat. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks as always, David. Well, they know what their toughest job is going to be today.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always hard to go up against a team that can light it up like this. You can't let them hit the ground running.
Yeah, easier to say than do. I mean, with the weapons they have, they force such tough matchups. It's hard to stay with them.
Now here's Wall after LeBron James's miss. And Wall kicks to Griffin. And James pulls it down.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And that one is good by Beasley.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
Here's Wall. That shot off. Good D by LeBron. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But that could change right here.
Beasley finds Turner. 1 second separating the shot clock.
You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artist.
James against Wall. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age. But his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
Helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
Here are the 5 for Seattle to start the second quarter. We've got Jordan. LeBron James is out there with Harris. Then it's Turner. And it's Beasley in at the small forward position. Harris with it. He's picked up by Lamb. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. And the dunk by Jordan.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Wall dishes to Lamb. Warren on the wing. Wall up top, guarded by Harris. Wall, that's good.
Yeah, Kevin, it's all about his length, his explosiveness. Wall is one of the best point guards in this league when you talk about finishing in traffic. Oh, yeah, Kevin, and what a quick rise to the top has been for John Wall. He was drafted #1 overall, the 6th fastest player ever to reach 2,000 points and 1,000 assists.
Here's LeBron. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Warren against Beasley. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And with so many great point guards in this league, sometimes John Wall doesn't get all the credit he deserves.
And it all comes back to winning. Stats alone aren't enough. Once Wall gets that first ring, the conversation will change.
Here's Lamb.
And look, you have to give credit to Harris. He is very good at getting his hands up and making shooters feel uneasy.
LeBron outside. Shoots over Griffin. A nice shot by LeBron. LeBron's got the lead up to 3 now for Seattle.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Count it. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harris outside. And finished off by LeBron.
And you think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
Pass to Wall. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And the rejection by James.
Well, James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear view mirror when you draw into the hole.
Offline with his 3. And so Griffin will bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 3-point game. This game against Seattle is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Beasley, the pass to Harris. Rebound by John Wall. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Griffin kicks to Ayton. Now Wall. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. That will count.
Oh, James is a tough defender. He uses his body.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the checking out Seattle. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides.
And that should do it.
Welcome back, folks. Downtown New Orleans shining brightly tonight, as you can see from this bird's eye view. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
T.J. Warren out there with Griffin. Then there's Ayton. There's Jeremy Lamb, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. The shot's good from Griffin. You know, when it comes to ongoing contract negotiations, C-Webb, how distracting did you find it for those players and for yourself to deal with all that going on?
It can be very distracting if you allow it to take over. What I would suggest for players in those situations, whether you're a restricted free agent or a free agent, I would give you one piece of advice, and I think LeBron has epitomized this. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about what team or what pending teams or what city you like to go swimming in or you and your wife visit in the summer, because all that does is create confusion. And all it does is send a message to fans and other players that maybe you're thinking about something that you can't control at that time. And so usually I think you should go introspective. You should work as hard as you can to improve and to get better. But that is something that definitely can distract you. And so hopefully you have a great layer of people that can be barriers from kind of the outside noise. The contract is going to be what it's going to be. And the only way you can continue to prove your worth is by going out there, executing every day on the court.
Good stuff.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
On the wing, Lamb. And it's off from three-point range.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Pelicans trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Lamb, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Lamb's got his first bucket in this one.
Such a good in-between game. Lamb with the natural instincts for mid-range, plus the pure touch on the shot.
One thing that's added a little pressure to Lamb's development, Chris, his link to James Harden.
Well, yeah, maybe the most important trade piece received back from Harden. I mean, it's taken Lamb a while to develop. He's coming around, though, but Harden, of course, I mean, he's perennial MVP candidate.
Warren finds Wall. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. On the wing, Lamb, guarded by Harris. No one near Wall as he lets it go. No good on the 3.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Harris looking it over. Beasley outside. The pass to James. It's stolen by Wall. And now the Pelicans on the break. Here's Griffin, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, he plays with such rabid intensity. You love how hard Griffin goes at it. He's skilled at drawing the contact.
One thing Blake Griffin's teammates, Chris, talk about is the leadership he brings the team.
This is a role he's comfortable in. A 5-time All-Star. He's a hard worker, mature. That's something every team needs. And there's been a drop-off in their defense since halftime. I mean, they don't nearly have the same energy they did in the first half.
And Lamb kicks to Griffin. Wall against LeBron. Now go. Here's Wall. He's tightly guarded. Count it. Good. Wall's got 6 points.
That's his game. He attacks in the painted area. He can finish with either hand.
Beasley against Warren. Beasley dishes to Harris. Outside Turner. Jordan kicks to Harris. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Seattle lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Seattle, Miles Turner out there with Jordan. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Beasley in at the 3 spot. They grab their own miss. Here's Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
And the second free throw, good. Seattle leading by 3. Beasley with it. Knocked away. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And Ayton throws it down.
Wall is a crafty defender. Look, he loves getting his hands in the passing lanes. He's phenomenally stealing the ball.
It's Beasley on the wing. He's covered by Warren. And that one is good by Beasley.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Wall passes to Ayton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls. Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
James finds Harris. Beasley outside. Just 5 on the clock. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And it's Wall in the corner. Pass to Ayton. Kicks it to Warren. Over Harris. And again, no good by New Orleans. For Seattle, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. It's good. Turner's got the lead up to 4 now for Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
And you see defensively, when they try to patch something up, he exploits a different weakness.
And the rejection by LeBron. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, James is like a freight train moving to the rim. He's so effective at getting the D to hit him when he's on the attack.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Ball passes to Warren. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, with his toughness and skills in there, it's a rough problem to fix.
Pass to James. Over to Wall. Here's Jordan. Pelicans with the rebound.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
And the shot by Warren, no good. Seattle leading by 3. The feed to James. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And it's Warren with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Griffin dishes the Wall. Money! 54 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Down low and stolen by Eaton. Now here's Lamb, guarded by Harris. Wall against James to take the lead. Wall's shot is off.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Has to be. It falls!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
We want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, he's always going to be a main scorer for them, and tonight they really let him loose. Almost half their points have come through him, and we're so used to seeing him have nights like this that we almost take it for granted.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 5. 16 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's a lot to talk about in this huddle. They'll also have to decide who they'll want to foul.
Lamb with the ball. He's up against Beasley. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Wall. Trifecta!
I love the courage the Ball has. Look, he's fully confident in his ability to drain these huge shots.
Seattle calls timeout. They're ahead by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
The agility, instincts, the power. I mean, James remains a dominant figure on both ends of the floor.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So a close game sees Seattle taking this one. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.